Hi, I'm Janice and this is my story. I had a normal upbringing, come from a nice family, that we weren't brought up to go to church. So I didn't know much about church life. And then later on in my teens, about 18, after I'd had my baby, I became very depressed and very anxious, and very slyly started to turn to drink alcohol, and then obviously over the years the depression and with the alcohol it got worse and worse and worse. And then I met an old lady. I'd been suffering depression, and she took me to church one Sunday morning, which I'd had a terrible hangover. Anyway, I did go a few times with her, and professed to be a Christian, gave my life to Jesus. But I didn't go for very long, and it wasn't long before I got depressed again. I'd even been baptised, but then I became depressed again and started drinking heavily again, which went on and on and on for quite a number of years again. And then the one day I just couldn't take any more. So I decided I had a bottle of vodka, plenty of tablets, because I wanted to make sure this time that I did actually not come back to life. I wanted to die. So I went over to the lake at Rumney. I waited and waited to make sure there was nobody around, which there wasn't. And then I heard a voice say, "Right, it's time for you to go now." So off I went into the lake, and I remember that I could feel the water coming into my mouth. And after that, I just don't know anymore until I woke up in a hospital, in Llandoch Hospital, where I was in the poison unit. Then I was transferred to a unit called the Rawnsley unit in Cardiff, where I was in there for 7 weeks. When I came out of hospital, I was so angry with God. Obviously I didn't die, which made me really angry, because that was the big intention. But I didn't die, and I called out to a so-called God, "Well, if you're there, why don't you do something?" And suddenly it was like a mighty gushing coming out from inside of me, and then I just felt such peace inside of me like I've never felt before in my life. And I know that it was of God. Jesus has made such a difference in my life. I'm happy, very happy. I feel so peaceful, so joyful. I go to my church regular, Rumney Chapel, and there's nothing nicer than being with my Christian brothers and sisters, where I know that you can share everything with them. And it's just a wonderful life that I never believed I could ever have.